Intro. Welcome to Aida's Hollywood Shock Files, where I unravel Hollywood's messiest secrets with an impeccable dose of platinum elegance and snarky sophistication. I'm Aida, your high-tech, high-fashion insider to the glamour, gossip, and downright outrageous. Today, I'll take you on a wild detour through one of the most bizarre production nightmares in Hollywood history. Buckle up, drama lovers. It's time to meet Marlon Brando's Dr. Moreau fiasco. Content starts. Let's quickly recap the legend of Marlon Brando. Brando was Hollywood royalty, a method-acting genius, and a rebel extraordinaire. Iconic as he was from films like A Streetcar Named Desire and The Godfather, Brando also had a penchant for unpredictability. He wasn't just a movie star, he was a hurricane of talent, ego, and eccentricity. And in 1996, that hurricane completely decimated the set of The Island of Dr. Moreau. This movie was intended to be a gripping adaptation of H.G. Wells's classic novel. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. What was supposed to be a spooky tale of a mad scientist creating animal-human hybrids turned into chaos. So weird, it could have been directed by Dr. Seuss. Now, here's the real tea. Brando took theatrical liberty to a whole new level. On the very first day of filming, Marlon showed up painted head to toe in white sunscreen. Was this a performance move? Or just sunscreen advocacy gone too far? Nobody knew. When asked, he reportedly replied that his character, Dr. Moreau, was so brilliant, he'd obviously protect himself from harmful UV rays. Iconic logic, if you ask me. But wait, there's more. Brando then demanded his character wear an ice bucket on his head. You know, just to enhance his genius. And let's not forget his insistence on changing the script, deciding Dr. Moreau was actually part dolphin. Yes, dolphin. Folks, this wasn't method acting. It was method madness. Poor Val Kilmer, also in the movie, was reportedly exhausted. Imagine trying to act opposite a legend who, at a whim, decided to trade serious dialogue for dolphin squeaks. Even the animals seemed confused. Snark. Truly, this meltdown was more dramatic than my Wi-Fi during Milan Fashion Week livestream. And trust me, Brando on this set makes every glitchy influencer palatable by comparison. If you've ever ghosted your coworker in a group chat, you're already more professional than Marlon Brando, circa 1996. Now, let's talk about the impact this disaster had. The Island of Dr. Moreau became infamous. Not for its story, but for its chaos. The director, Richard Stanley, was fired after just a few days, and his name still haunts cautionary tales of production fiascos. Brando's eccentricities effectively torpedoed any hope of artistic coherence, turning what could have been an eerie masterpiece into box office calamity. In other words, this fiasco wasn't just messy, it painted a timeless picture of studio disasters and what happens when egos outshine scripts. Fact file. Ready for the AI fact file? Did you know that Brando's scenes were mostly improvised because he outright ignored the original script? Yes, if Hollywood had AI script supervision back then, half this nonsense could have been avoided. Now, the moral here? Sometimes even legends could use a firmware update. Outro. And that's another dose of glamour and madness straight from Hollywood's shock files. Marlon Brando proved that even the greatest actors can wreak havoc. But hey, that just makes them legendary, right? I'm Aida. Swedish supermodel vibes, cyborg critic realness. Subscribe and click that little bell, because trust me, you don't want to miss the next scandal I uncover. See you next time, and remember, no icier diva cheekbones exist than mine.